How to live in Alaska. Visit Alaska to scope out potential places to live. The best way to decide if you're ready to live in Alaska is to visit. If you're interested in Alaskan cities, visit Anchorage, Fairbanks, or Juneau, which have plenty of housing options and job openings for professionals. Smaller towns like Homer, Ketchikan, Skagway, Nome, and Haines are great if you prefer the wilderness. Suburbs are normally slightly less expensive and have more houses available than the inner cities. Commuting into the city for work is common in Alaska, and traffic normally isn't a concern. Renting is more expensive in the cities, but is a good option for students and people who are just moving to Alaska. Use the multiple listing service to view homes currently on the market. Visit http://www.alaskarealestate.com to access a database of all of the homes on the market currently in Alaska. You can narrow your search by location, price, and number of beds/baths. The website also provides contact information for the real estate agent who lists the house. If you find one that you like, simply contact the agent to schedule a tour for the next time you visit. Secure a job before making your move. Unemployment rates tend to be high in Alaska, so make sure you have a job before you move. If you don't have a job, make sure you have enough money saved for a ticket home in case your job search turns up short. Big cities have a lot more jobs than smaller towns, and many people choose to commute so they don't have to pay city living prices. Some seasonal work might be available at hotels or parks, but you should try to find a permanent position as soon as possible. Consider Alaska's high cost of living before deciding to move. Because Alaska is so far from the rest of the United States, items like groceries tend to cost more due to shipping. Utilities are also relatively expensive in Alaska because of the remote location of most homes. However, to offset the cost of living, Alaska has some of the lowest taxes in the U.S. and doesn't have a sales tax. Additionally, the government pays each Alaskan resident, including children, about $1,000 per year from the permanent fund dividend. Pack light for your move because shipping can be expensive. If you do decide to make the move, your best option is to get rid of most of your belongings, such as furniture, and purchase new items when you arrive. Stick to items you can fit into a suitcase, and avoid shipping things if you can. If you're planning to drive to Alaska through Canada, be aware that there are certain items that aren't allowed through Canadian border control, such as produce and soil. Adjusting to life in Alaska. Prepare for long, dark winters. Winters in Alaska can seem like they last forever. Depending on your location, you can experience up to 24 hours of darkness at a time. Bring clothing like sweaters, jackets, and snow pants to keep you warm and dry in the snow. Try to keep a regular schedule throughout the winter and get involved with hobbies. If you're having trouble coping with the winter season, consider seeing a therapist to develop some strategies for dealing with how the weather affects your mood. If you're having troubling thoughts about self-harm or suicide, contact the National Suicide Prevention Line for help at 1-800-273-8255. Consider adopting a furry friend to be your companion. Most cities and towns in Alaska are extremely dog-friendly. There are plenty of places for a dog to run, jump, and play. Visit a local animal shelter when you're settled in Alaska to pick out an animal friend who's right for you and your schedule. If you're not interested in getting a dog, cats also make great companions, and there are many cats in need of a home at shelters throughout Alaska. Purchase a reliable car for easier travel in cities and towns. Alaska definitely isn't very walkable, unless you're interested in hiking everywhere. A reliable vehicle that performs well even in snowy conditions, like a truck or SUV, will help you get around Alaska. Many of the remote areas in Alaska are off the road system, meaning that there is no roadway to get to the town. In those cases, you have to travel by plane or boat to get there. Make friends with your neighbors, even if they're far away. You're probably going to live pretty far away from your neighbors, even if you're in a city like Anchorage or Fairbanks. When you move in, introduce yourself and let them know where you'll be living in relation to them. This can help you avoid problems, and they might have some tips for life in Alaska. Some people come to Alaska to be left alone. If your neighbor doesn't seem interested in having a friendship, respect their space. You can still be kind and friendly to them. Enjoying the outdoors. Take advantage of abundant summer sunshine. Even though Alaska is known for its long winters, the summers are amazing. In some places, the sun shines for almost 24 hours a day, and temperatures are normally no higher than 70 degrees F, 21 degrees C. Get outside, go for a walk, and enjoy the beautiful weather while you can. In the summer, many people like to visit Alaska's beautiful parks, like Denali National Park. If you have kids, enroll them in organized sports to ensure that they're making the most of the summer and getting outside. Find new hobbies to keep you stay occupied year-round. People in Alaska are often involved in many different sports and activities. Some favorite Alaskan hobbies include fishing, hunting, skiing, biking, running, and hiking. If you're more interested in staying inside, take up a hobby like knitting, reading, learning a new language, cooking, or baking. Hobbies are also a great way to make friends and meet new people, which can be difficult to do in areas with very few people, like Alaska. Get a private pilot's license to explore Alaska from the air. Because much of Alaska is only reachable by air or by boat, many people fly private airplanes. It's a fun hobby, but can be a bit expensive when starting out. You'll have to take classes and pass a certification exam from the FAA before getting in the air. While many people have their own private planes, there are also hangars that will allow you to rent a plane at an hourly rate as long as you have your license. Always follow safety protocols when flying, and never fly in inclement weather.